today is quite empty. Everybody's on vacation. That's the corporate policy. I didn't prepare any presentation, but I know Valdas did. And he will drive you across the CSC map.
Just before I start, do you have any questions? Do you know anything about CSC?
Well, how many years have you been active?
More than 50 years. 50.
California, like Silicon Valley?
Close.
How many employees do you have?
I'm at the moment. No, it's more than 76,000. We're more than 80,000, now we're down to 76,000. Because yeah, we try, I mean, we're looking for next generation services and technologies to make it work. So we started, I mean, two co-founders started CSC more than 50 years ago and somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So we have a long story and it's quite a challenge for us. When you have a company, when you work in a company which counts more than 50 years, so it means that we have a huge bunch of best practices, success stories. And they are not that up to date, or it can be used, or not always you can use them nowadays because the world is changing. So, more than 70,000 people, $13 billion revenue. So yeah, we are top 250 companies in the world. As Jeffrey said, we are an IT service company. We're not the ones who produces products like Microsoft Office or MS Windows or etc. We're not the ones who manufacture the hardware, servers, Cisco devices, and etc. We're the ones who actually pattern technologies and turn them into some kind of solutions or services. Like you use mobile phones, you get a mobile phone and you get a service. You can transfer your data, you can transfer your voice, and etc. You can speak with your I don't know, with your friends, with your neighbors. You can reach your parents and etc. So it's all about services. What we're looking at the moment, as I said, the situation, the environment is changing, and we started looking into the next generation services like cyber security. And most of you have heard an interview, a movie interview, and the situation which happens with Sony and Microsoft, Xbox, and etc. So it's reality. We have to look into the new areas which we have to put more effort, and we have to focus on bringing new technologies and new solutions.
So there's two different levels. How do we improve ourselves? How do we get leadership or create our leadership to work the same way so that we would be effective?
The easiest way to do this is to reach out. For instance, you guys know me now, right? If you need help with project management and you want to talk to somebody in Denmark, we have project managers in Denmark, and I'll put you in touch with somebody who can come to you and say, hey, maybe you want to do your project this way because normally we manage our projects that way. And of course, some things are not going to directly apply. I came here and worked in this office a few times. I know a lot of the Lithuanians who work here, who I work with on a semi-regular basis. And a lot of it is just networking. You know me, I know you. If someone has an interest in CSC, it doesn't have to be in cyber, it can be in whatever. I can say, hey, I know this person, and then you can come to the office and talk to them. I think that's the best way to get started. And then we have, at CSC, we have mentoring programs now. So people who come from graduate schools, who come for 6 months on an internship and see what it's like. And I know they're trying to expand that in Scandinavia, and the reason they're doing that is because the average age in CSC is like 52, is the average age.
One of the things which is most important when you start your professional career is where you would like to go and how you can achieve this. So before you start, I mean, before you apply, before you ask someone what you can do in the computer sciences, first of all, you have to answer a question to yourself, what you would like to do in 5 or 10 years. Do you like yourself see in the computer sciences, or you see yourself as a manager, or you see yourself as a communication manager, communication specialist? All these roles we have in CSC, or project manager. I mean, it's all about context. Yes.
Do you have statistics of gender balance in the company?
I think that would be an HR question. I don't know.
50-50
here.
It was, yeah, it was about, now it's, we have a bit more men, 54%, 46%.
Project management is 50%.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to look at my cybersecurity, it's like 3% women. The reason I say it is because a lot of companies, and especially in the US, there's been a lot of initiatives now. They're like, okay, we don't have enough people, we don't have enough diverse background, we don't have enough gender diversity. And the stereotype is that women are in sales and marketing, and all the geek stuff is done by a bunch of guys who are supposedly antisocial and can't leave their computer.
Yeah, but that's my experience.
Yes.
I work in IT as well, so.
But I need
So-
to say that in the CSC Baltic company management board, we have 4 women and 1 man.
Okay. Yeah. And I think, in Scandinavia, it's quite different. They're very good at trying to equalize the gender distribution.
Yeah.
So I think what you'll see in the future.
We have to increase attrition. So,
Yeah. But I think what you'll see in the future, because the initiative is to attract more young people, and of course, is to have more gender diversity. So I think if you're a woman or you come from a diverse background, then that's a plus, because everyone realizes now that if you're going to service customers worldwide, you need to have a diverse workforce, right? So I think that's an important thing.